Well, it accidentally happened again. Went out this morning on a beautiful day after the rainy weekend and picked up a few things. I definitely tried to limit myself, but definitely found some cool stuff and great prices. I did stop at a flea market that's around me, and I forgot how spoiled I am with like yard sale and estate sale prices. Sometimes vendors are just a little too retail for me. Not saying that the prices are out of line, but eBay and other venues have probably better condition stuff for the prices that they were asking. I literally picked a tool out of a bucket of water today, and the guy wanted top dollar on it. I'm like, I'll just put it back in this water here. I saw wrenches for $125 labeled today. Granted, it was an Indian motor wrench, but that's way out of my price range. I digress. Here's what we got. Some decent things. So picked up the rest of, I think, the calipers and dividers. So these are Craftsman or unmarked, and then the rest are pretty much Starrett. Those will go into the bucket. I'm going to go through all those and sell probably lots of the same type of brand and keep some Starrett, and that's about it. This is I think they call it a pin vise, but it is Starrett. So, yeah, obviously I picked that one up. And check this thing out. It's like a little pill. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this with one hand, but put this out over here. It has little leads and trammel points, I guess, or not trammel, but points in it for compasses and kind of tools like this. So I thought that was pretty cool container case. Didn't even know what that was. I've been keeping my hardware and consumable stuff, so I heard about this stuff before. And I found it used, which is exactly how I wanted to use it. So I'm just going to use this and try this on my outside shovels and handles. So I've heard decent things with this. I actually have a really nice box of waxes, and I'll get to that in a little bit. But that stuff's premium. I want this cheap stuff for the outdoor stuff. My good axes will get the premium waxes and treatments, but I heard decent things on this. I think it's like $8 or $9 a bottle, and you know I didn't pay that. Some Craig Jig stuff. If you've never heard of Craig Jig, they make some pretty cool tools. It was a cabinet maker shop, and I picked up a bunch of other things. So, new Craig drill, and this is an extended square bit, and that's usually what they use with the Craig Jig. Thought this was pretty cool. It is a piece for a lantern, and I just figured there's a kind of a craze on these Coleman lanterns, so I figured that this would be something that would be wanted. Sinker mold. It's always pretty cool. The guy was crazy into fishing. He said, yeah, I don't need that. I got about 50 molds at home. I said, yep. This, I generally call these like a Knox Tox, which is the brand. But this one says, I don't know if I'm going to be able to read it. Resnick and Sons. So that's pretty cool. A little machinist hammer, jeweler's hammer. They go by a bunch of different names. Thought this was a pretty old chalk box, straight line, Costa Mesa, California. Here's a Craftsman center finder. This is a general. I've just been liking these metal utility knives, and the ones that stay out are cool, but I think the retractables are much more user-friendly. So I've been picking these up, trying to get away from the generic Stanley ones that I have, and beat up cotter pin for a tractor. Got a whole roll of these. I'll add these to the coaster collection I got downstairs at the bar. This is called a jackknife. Okay, it flips open like this. Could use some love. Tighten that up, but anytime you see this, I haven't seen one that's not Red Devil, but there it is. So you always got to pick up a Red Devil every day, right? And then check this out. Obviously I buy wedges, but this is the first time I've seen a Red Devil wedge. So love, love, love this. Here is my wedge collection for axes and hammers, but this will probably go in the Red Devil collection. These are always useful to have around. And I've been meaning to use a bullet casing as a barrel wedge. I don't know exactly what these things are called, but this is a Craftsman one. I got a pile of these, and I just think they're pretty cool. Keeping with the knife theme. I got a few of these, but most of them are not USA, so I like this one. It's a little beat up, but, you know, that's got the good look and had a good click and snap. Klein Tools T3. Looked to be pretty clean. Didn't have broken scales, so I like that. Also, this loop is sometimes missing, deformed. Generally in good shape, so love that. And my buddy 357 Magdad also really likes these. It's screw holding screwdrivers, but this one's actually a Klein. So the tip here is that all this stuff was not handed to me on the table. It was in boxes of junk and dirt, and you gotta dig through and you gotta look at every piece to find out what everything is. Even if it doesn't look appealing to you, you gotta check the name. So you gotta dig deep to find some of this stuff. Just some random bits. I definitely blow through these and lose them all the time. And my drawer was looking terribly nasty, but now I got it pretty well organized and have everything all laid out. This was a really frustrating part for me when I was going to drive some screws. I needed a T25, didn't have one. And now I have everything all organized by size. That's all square and Torx bits, and these are all Phillips. And, you know, hexes and all sorts of stuff. Anyways, I'll add them to the collection. Those are kind of disposable when things get cammed out, rusted up beyond, you know, random Forstner bit, I think they call these. This looks like a knife block or something for turning. Padouk. It's an African, really hard wood. Also, I heard that this stuff is kind of toxic, so watch it when you're sanding and cutting with this stuff that you're not inhaling too much. So, but anyways, Padouk knife handle. It always feels like somebody's watching me. Had to get the googly eyes. Thought they were pretty funny. I've been getting into these leather type of sheaths, so anytime that I find a tool, I kind of just slip it in there. Probably be throwing this one into my buddy Chris at Rustland Revision. Speaking of which, I actually got a shirt on today. So there's a good advertisement. Check these things out. So They are Proto. Let me see if I can get this to focus. Proto. I think it says 234. But look at the design on these things. And man, I've never seen that many user marks on it. The guy had 4 user marks on it. But yeah, these are totally different type of design than I've ever seen. Proto adjustables. I mean, it's kind of a slip joint. It's a little bit different articulating. It's pretty cool. Dime-alloy. Another dime-alloy. I usually never find them, and I find 2 pairs of pliers today. Usually I find the adjustable wrench is not a problem. I did not know what this thing was, but I got it to learn what it is. So if you do happen to know, comment and let me know what you think this thing is. I have no clue. Some sort of little press or setter, button setter. I have no idea. So these actually I think might be considered kitchen shears. So they're Hinkles. I did see a bunch of axes today, but the prices were outrageous. So this is a cover for a trenching shovel. I got one over there. I want to say this one's from like the 60s. It's not super old, but like I said, having original covers for some of your tools is pretty cool. I always like these for, actually I like them for rolling out my felt on my machinist boxes that I'm going to be doing. So I kind of got those in place. I didn't get them quite done up yet, but put those 2 on top and gives me a ton more storage. Thought this was cool for my pegboard use. Just a bunch of little hooks. Use this for my leather work. Little mallet for hitting your punches and stuff with. It's definitely an old one. She's cracked up, but maybe I'll try that feed and wax on this. Who knows? Got my 3rd Bulldog. If you saw my first YouTube video that I actually made, I redid this up for the Evaporush challenge, and it came out great. I really like these. I think they look cool, and this is the 3rd one I found. I found this at the bottom of a gun cleaning kit, and I think it's for smithing to punch out pins, roll pins, and stuff like that. So I thought that was useful to have. I also have, I don't know if this one's Sterrett or what, but I think it's kind of one of these deals. So you have a hollow surface to punch the pins out on, and you still have a hard surface to use. Some people will just use their vise and open it up a little bit, but this makes it a lot easier. Thought that was pretty cool. Moms Like Me. This is no advertisement, but I thought that was pretty funny. I bet you there will be a few people that check out that website by the end of the night. I haven't checked it out, by the way, so I have no idea what that is. I just thought he was cool. Throw him in the box. Nice stone. If you ever need any of those, let me know. My buddy Scott will probably be looking for this one. So it's a Shelton. Mr. Magdad did a little part on this. I'm trying to see if there's like a number associated with it. There's a longer patent number or something. But these are pretty cool. My buddy Scott does a really good job cleaning them up. So This is a Sweetheart. You can see it in there. I cleaned up the blade just to show it off. That's the reason I bought it. It's in pretty decent shape. I don't see anything major broken. But yeah, adjustable mouth Stanley. Good enough for me. And then this says trustworthy. Thought it was a Stanley, but maybe it's like a Defiance series or something. Maybe it's a different blade. I do not know my block planes. There are so many versions of them out there. I passed this up and then I came back to it because I totally missed the logo. So I think they call this the Sing Song logo. So this is a pretty old logo, how it's wavy like that. The bubble is still intact. I didn't even check all three. And miraculously, they are all there. So that's pretty cool. Little torpedo level. My buddy Tim just actually said that he started collecting these, and I thought this was a unique one. So I'll probably ask him if he wants this in his box, but I just like that symbol that was right there. So I don't know if it's like depicting this lock here, locking mechanism. I haven't really messed with it, but it's an Interlocks Master Slide Rule. Master Rule Manufacturing Company, New York. Pretty cool. There are guys that know the saws way better than me, but check out this one. It says J.D. Darlington cast steel. It's called a back cut saw. It's in pretty decent shape. I'm going to clean up the brass and the emblem there. Should clean up well, and I'll probably try to flip this one if I do some research. I got a pile of saws that I got to research. I don't know what's good, bad, or ugly, but I keep trying, and that's kind of what the cost of education is. You have to pick things up to learn about them. That's the way I do it. I take a gamble cheap enough, and you know, if it doesn't pan out, I got the education on it. I really like this crowbar. I do not need it, but I just like the style of it. I thought it was a decent style, and yeah, looked good. Nice pry at the end and a nice claw in the front. I liked it, so I picked it up. A little bit of hardware, just some cases. Since I do a lot of shipping, I use these quite frequently, so I always pick these up when I can. Damn squirrels have been all over the place around my property, so got a little smaller have a heart trap. Relocate them. Also got a older trespassing sign. I just thought it was pretty cool. And I was telling you about my waxes. Here's some of the waxes that I have. Got the traditional axe wax, and then the camp wax from Whiskey River, and the Hildrey Old Alaskan axe waxes, and then also this DeForest axe wax. Axe and toolwork wax. I really like some of these Hildreys, and this stuff's pretty smooth too. These two I find to be a little bit waxy. I'm not saying that I don't like them, but I really like these two the best. Definitely reach out to these guys if you want to give them a try. And, you know, these guys are also options as well. So I'm all about positivity. So try to promote some good stuff. I really like this stuff. And, yeah, that's about it, guys. Just some quick pickups. Got some really positive feedback from my last live that people are liking these, you know, picking vicariously, watching the videos later. I understand people don't watch it live right now. I don't interact much with the live. It's just how I do it with the recording. And yeah, here's some of the stuff. If you see something that you like, feel free to hit me up if you're looking for something in particular. Let me know. I go hunting and I'm in a tool-rich area, and I want to get it to the craftsmen that need it. So let's keep this American tools rolling, and stop buying junk from Lowe's. Give me a call if you need something. Let me know. Take care, guys. Have a great one. Also, happy Memorial Day.